enjoy this video. Today, we are going to address a topic that I have not addressed in a little while, but it is still a very, very prevalent topic. We are going to address pain. Again, yay, pain. Partly actually because I, as you know, believe that my physical ailments, my pain, the things that go on within my body are actually ways in which that my soul is trying to speak to my mind. That I see the physical troubles that I have within my body as alerts or alarm systems or indicators having to do with the parts of my body that I actually feel my pain in. That is confusing, I agree and know, but I believe wholeheartedly that the body, mind, and spirit are completely and absolutely connected to each other, and that we ourselves can actually control how much of the information we receive. Now, having said that, under that idea, my receiving pain in indicators in my body on a regular basis might be that I have set that pattern. I'm not saying that my physical pain that I receive is my fault, but I have actually taught my spirit guides that that's how they can communicate with me. Seeing it in that sort of way, I have noticed that, okay, we can look at two things. That we are going from one season to another. So within the parameters of the physical difficulties that I have, they are somewhat arthritic in nature. In fact, I believe them to be arthritis, but I have not had that proven by a doctor, so what do I know, right? Now, as a yogi and as a healthy woman, this has been an uphill battle for me. An uphill battle that I could face in many, 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 many different ways because I have received little to no medical help whatsoever within what is going on with my body. That most of the time I seem to be actually defending how I feel to a doctor rather than explaining how I feel to a doctor, because my symptoms could very, very easily be said to be made up in my head in some ways, because doctors either reason away or dismiss the physical symptoms that I notice and feel as being not worthy of causing me the difficulties that I say that they cause me, or that they can't actually find the reasons behind my difficulties, such as my inability to eat food. So therefore, that difficulty must be here, which is kind of funny because in a way it is. So my first difficulty that I was faced with was my inability to actually put food in my belly. That I can actually feel food pile up in my esophagus because my stomach won't release and allow the food to come in. I have since learned there are certain things that I just can't eat and I won't eat because why go through the pain? And in my opinion, it would be that I cannot eat these things because humans themselves might not be supposed to eat them. I cannot eat breads, pastas, things such as that. Most of you probably go, yeah, me too, me too, me too, because actually I don't know that we're supposed to eat those things in the way that we do. So enough about me, but what does that mean? Why would I have an illness here? Well, this is my solar plexus chakra. This is my power right here. This illness, in my opinion, is not an illness at all. It is an indicator to me that I'm supposed to purify my diet. That those foods that we aren't supposed to eat, I'm not supposed to eat. I believe myself to be a conduit. So in being that conduit, I believe the communication doesn't have to just come through this. That the communication can be what my spirit guides and other realms of spirit will do to me in order to get me to a realization that I can help you with. So because this is in my solar plexus chakra, what I had to actually do is exercise my power with it. that what power I could have, I had to find. And within that power, what I have found is I can actually be more energetic on less food because my body isn't digesting as much. That actually fruits and vegetables, which is what I consume almost 100%, can actually provide almost everything we need. I actually can't even eat that many nuts. Oh, by the way, I'm a vegetarian, have been since I was 11 years old. So that's why meat isn't on that decision-making process, because I don't eat it. Now, the next thing, the lump. Ugh, the lump. I hate the lump. I try not to hate the lump, but I really do. And sometimes the lump feels like I have a 100-pound person hanging off my shoulders. And I say 100-pound person because it feels like an angry child. And I don't know if you've ever lifted an angry child, but they can double their weight in anger. And that's what it feels like they're hanging off of here and pulling down my whole body. I have decided, because when you can see the lump, you can feel the lump. I've actually had doctors dispute the lump's existence. Which, that can make you feel so incredibly crazy. But because of this, I have had to find my own way with it. And because of a certain pandemic, my surgery to get the lump removed disappeared out of my own hands. So I'm stuck with it. I'm stuck with it right now, and I guess I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to be stuck with the lump because of where it sits. The lump sits where my third eye and crown chakra are housed. The lump moves itself down my body in a way where I have actually, I'm saying this out loud, expressed the idea that possibly my wings are coming in. Now, that's insane. I know. I'm pretty darn sure I'm not going to grow wings. I am like 98.9% sure wings are not going to come out of my body. But the idea of wings, when I see an angel, I don't see wings. I see energy. I see this wow all around them. That could be construed as wings to us as human beings, because we don't see how people can fly without wings, because we see birdies fly. So my thinking is the ideology of wings actually is the expression of energy out the back. The expression of so much energy from the body out into the universe, because we all are expressing energy all the time. We know that. We know that we can actually change the energy of a room by walking into it, or be completely invisible when we walk into it because of the lack of energy we are trying to express. But some of us have absolutely no choice. So what do I do with that? I move with it. I go with it. I listen to my body. My body says, sit, relax, get in a salt tub, I do it. When my body says, go find yourself an infrared sauna and sweat it all out, I do it. When my body says, do your yoga, young lady, I do it. But I also try to look at it in a way that is positive for me. I try to look at it in a way of, why is this happening? What could be going on? And it's kind of interesting because when we see the good things that are happening, we always lay claim to it. We say, okay, I did this and this and this, and therefore I got that. Yay, look at me. We very, very seldom go, I did this and this, and I sent my life into a look at me. We very rarely do that. In my opinion, I don't think I've caused this in this lifetime. I think that this is part of my path. I think that I'm supposed to have physical ailments as part of my path. But good golly, Miss Molly, is it ever bad right now? Something is going on. It might be the change of the barometer. It might be the fact that every time I take a video in this house, I get orbs, especially around my animals. Something might be going on. Something actually might be causing this to inflame itself. And even as I tell you that, it becomes even more inflamed, like to the point where it feels like people have their fingers up my armpits. That's how it feels. I think I feel it the most when I don't give myself enough. I think I feel it the most when they want me to take care of myself. When do you feel your pain? Where does your pain come and get at you? Could it be that they don't want you to go, oh God, the pain is back, I'm a victim? Because God, that is so easy to do. I totally understand how easy that is to do because, physical pain. And especially when you don't, what did I do? Why do I have to suffer physically? When that happens to you, you go through a whole in your head. If you can look at your physical pain as an opportunity, then maybe the physical pain won't be as horrific for you, and then maybe you won't feel as victimized inside your soul, because if you feel victimized, then it will get reintroduced to you. You will continually be victimized. So when you do get into your pain, find your ways in which to calm yourself. Give yourself something. When your body says, hey, here's a pain sensor, give yourself a candy. Give yourself something where you say, okay, you can put me through pain, but I'm gonna do this for me. I am gonna balance that energy and balance that energy for yourself because you deserve it. Because when you do start to balance that energy and move into your difficulties physically, you might actually see why they're there. And that does not mean that every physical difficulty is brought to you by you. It doesn't. Sometimes we're faced with these physical difficulties because it's a hurdle we wanted to tackle, that we wanted to go through. I wanted to go through this. Maybe I wanted to feel suffering. Maybe I wanted to be able to empathize with each and every client that comes and sits across from me who has pain. Because if you haven't had chronic pain, you don't know chronic pain. You just don't. It's just not the same. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope I made a point. Kind of feel like I ran around the town, but hopefully within that run around, I gave you some insight into something that was troubling you. I can be reached at trinityyogaandspiritualservices.com, trinityyogaandspiritualservices.com. I'm also on Instagram at Born Medium, Bobbi Rowntree, Born Medium, and I'm on Facebook as Bobbi Rowntree Spiritual Medium. I hope you have a lovely day.